Hey, welcome to the suite, singer, songwriter, and she just brings a dope vibe from Queens, New York. Jahnya, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy to be in the building. Happy to be here with
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was supposed to actually happen last weekend during Labor Day weekend, but you was on your beautiful island of Jamaica visiting home. How was that?
Yes, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful trip. I was there for a really long time.
Okay.
Got to relax and, just enjoy my time there. So
How
it was
long?
dope. Music. I was there from like the last week of July
Okay.
until the
Nice.
Saturday that passed. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice little trip. Music, fun, just
Nice.
relaxation.
Okay. So what you been up to during these quarantine times? Especially I want to say around March, April when everything happened, like what were you in the process of doing and what did you I guess learn about yourself during these times?
Wow. During the quarantine, I really got some time to reflect. I feel like I was always on the go. And sometimes when you're on the go, things are happening and
Yes.
transpiring in your life, and you don't ever really get a time to give your nervous system a break. So you don't get to process things properly,
Yes.
as you would normally do. And as you're experiencing and going through things, there's some things I went through that I never thought I would ever have to go through.
Mhm.
And, then boom, things hit me and I'm like, wow, that happened. This is this real? Or, and then, I really got some time to sit down and really, really meditate and focus my energy and then work on my energy and rebuild it. And, you know, I just got some time for me. I have a hair care business, so I was trying to get that going in that time, but it's like everything had sold out and nothing was shipping and nothing. So I wanted to do that, but I didn't. And then, while the time was there, I would write some music or just relax, but mostly a lot of self-care. I needed that. I need music, songs would come to me like,
Two, three.
that.
Yeah.
But to self-care, and no one teaches us that, no one really teaches us how to care for ourselves. We're taught that that's kind of selfish if you think about yourself first. And I'm somebody like, if I can do for you, even when I have my last, I'll do it. But I had to realize, you got to give yourself what you need. And, you don't got to look for nobody to give it to you, but you have to take this time to really think about you and sort yourself out. So
Yes.
that's what I
So
was up to.
when did Janai say, hey, listen, I want to be a singer? And was it Caribbean music at first? Because I see you started at age 3. So like take me back a little bit. How did that come about?
I always wanted to do music.
Okay.
At the same time, I wanted to be a lot of things as a kid. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be a massage therapist. But I was always,
Entrepreneur at a young age.
yeah, yeah. I wanted to have it all. But music was the constant, and everything else changed except music. So from a young age, like growing up in church, yeah, I wanted to do music and I wanted to sing, but it wasn't Caribbean music.
Okay.
And funny enough, I grew up in a Caribbean church,
Mm,
but it was soul music.
got it. Got it.
So the Luthers and the Anita Bakers and even Barris Hammond, who is like a reggae soul singer, that music is
Back
what I
in the
was.
years.
Yeah, I was heavily, heavily influenced by him and Luther and, Simply Red, Shaka Khan. So it's really soul music for me. That's why it's really hard for me. Even when I do Caribbean music, I'm harmonizing. I do my own harmonies. And sometimes people will be like, no, you don't do no harmonies, just leave it playing. But I'm like, I hear that alto note.
Hear it right here.
I hear that. Yeah, I just can't get away from it. I have to do some rips. So that's the, but I try to ease up. But I'm trying to get into that. That's what I want to do, like more of the soul, but mix it.
Okay. So I've seen you worked with Conscience, Dre Island, Know the Power, just to name a few people. Who else would you like to collab with?
Um, wow. There's this artist, I believe he's Nigerian. His name is Santino.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to really work with him or Burna Boy.
Okay.
I would love to work with Barris Hammond. Who else would I love to work with? I want to work with some female musicians like a Jasmine Sullivan, a
I
Lauren.
see that. Yes.
Yeah, I would love
I'm gonna
to
stop
work with
you right there.
them.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You said Lauren Hill. I
Mm-hmm.
seen, because I know you see me on your page. I was all over your page. We're gonna take this conversation a little to the left. So
Okay.
it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in
Mm-hmm.
these times. What made you say, you know what, I need to put something out there with a message? People I'm talking about, she did a remix to Lost One. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes. Lauren
Yes.
Hill's Lost One. Mm-hmm.
What made you say, you know what, I need to stop what I'm doing and put something out there with a message at this time? Because this came out in June, I believe. You dropped it also.
Mm-hmm.
In June, yes. So tell us about that.
So, I mean, I've always been the fight type, know yourself, know your history. And even in that, I've had to learn and unlearn some things and relearn some things. That's a part of the process. I'm still young. Um, and I've just always had that martyr kind of thing about me, and we got to fight. And so it's that. And then it's the fact that, I see people like me dying at the hands of the police for nothing, unarmed Black men, Black women, being stopped for something as small as a, traffic violation or whatever the case may be, violation. And I'm just like, it's unfair. And then another artist that I'm actually influenced by, I love the old time music like Ray Charles, Nina
Okay.
Simone,
Yes.
all of these people. And I was watching one of her interviews, and it was actually floating around too on the internet, where she was saying that it's our duty as creatives and artists to speak about what's going on in the times that we're in.
Yes.
It's our job, and she did that so wonderfully. Like, she has a song called Mississippi Goddamn. And she talks about how everybody knows what's going on in Mississippi. Everybody knows what's going on in Alabama. And you can feel it. It's in the air. You can't ignore it. So me as a creative, as an artist, I can't ignore it. I can't save the world, but I can speak. I can lend my voice. And I just felt like Lauryn Hill, I love her work. I feel like, the miseducation of Lauryn Hill was so profound. And I would love to create a body of work similar to that. I just felt like Lost Ones would be perfect to send a message through,
It's phenomenal.
And it just came to me,
Okay.
and that's how it came about.
Okay. Let's go to a happy moment about 2 to 3 years ago. 2 to 3 years ago that you mentioned Barris.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen that you got to meet him. I don't know if that was your first time meeting him, but you were in tears and you got a chance to sing to him and stuff like that. So let's
Yes.
talk about that for a second there.
Oh, okay. So in 2016, I decided to surprise my mother with a birthday gift to go see him. And it would also be, because it was my first time yet seeing Barris Hammond. I've always wanted to meet him, So I booked the tickets. We went to Toad's Place in Connecticut, and I got to see him live, and I was just crying. I couldn't believe that I met this man. I'm watching him perform, and the music is just so live and rich, and the drums is beating, and your heart is just pulsing. It was amazing. And so I told myself before I left the house, this is the power of your words. I told myself, I said, I am going to meet Barris Hammond, and I'm going to sing to him. It was a must.
It was a must.
And it was just so crazy how the universe, I see people leaving, I see people going. I don't know where to go, but I saw somebody who looked familiar on the stage, and I just put two and two together. And I see him blocking this door, standing in front of the door. And I was like, is there a way to see Barris? And he's like, you want to meet Barris? Sure. Just like that. And let me upstairs. So my mother and my friend was waiting, and I'm like, okay, I'm about to go see Barris Hammond. So I go back there, and then a few minutes later, they come, my mother, and I'm just like, wow, I'm about to meet Barris Hammond. There's people in front of me hogging up the space, and I'm just like, move out the way. I finally sit down, and I tell him, I'm like, listen, I loved you since I was a little girl. I know your songs. I mean, not just the popular ones. I'm talking about reggae calling. I'm talking about,
Oh,
yeah, I'm talking
yeah,
about Motherland. I'm talking about all of these different
yes.
songs that you sang that I used to get the words wrong. Like he would sing Reggae Calling, and I used to say Make It Talk It. If you know the song, then you know that I'm sorry. If you know the song, then you know that you know, I was saying those words wrong or whatever. But I sang Rockaway to him, and it was just so special to me,
Parents' favorite
and
song too. My parents' favorite song too. Okay.
yeah, yeah. And from there, we've also been able to keep a tight relationship and see each other even when I was in Jamaica, so it's been a blessing to know him and
Nice. Nice.
be in his space and under his advice, and he's so loving and kind.
Okay. So besides the singing, I know you're a songwriter. Can you tell us some people that you've recently been working with writing?
Yeah, so while I was in Jamaica, I mean, I've written while I was up here. I would work with 𝓔𝓷𝒷 𝑀𝓊𝓈𝒾𝒸, who's a producer and writer as well. And he's actually the first person I've ever like written songs with. Prior to that, I've never written a song with anyone. So shout out to him. And then when I was in Jamaica this trip, I got to link up with some amazing talent that many people are familiar with: Lucky Day, Chronix, Justy Royal, Jid, Earth Gang, Dre Day, Universal Zinc Fence. They were there, and Hector. Just the list goes on and on and on of the
Was not
people. Huh?
this was a working trip. This was not a back home to vacation type trip. This was work. I
It was
see.
a little bit, but yeah, the work, yeah, a little bit of both, work and
Got it.
play, and it was nice. We wrote some songs. I was working with Vincent Berry, who's an amazing, amazing producer and artist. Voice is amazing. We wrote some songs together with Jid, and it was just really, really a dope time. I never got to experience anything like that before.
Okay.
And yeah, that happened for me. So I was really excited about that.
Okay. What was
Yeah.
the point of your career where you said, you know what, I need to start focusing on my own music and putting out my own music? What was that point?
2017 when I started, because prior to that too, I used to travel with a choir called
Oh,
Jonathan Mack and the Crusade Ensemble. Yeah. And I used to sing some lead songs with them.
okay.
And we would travel around the tri-state area. We go to Jersey, Connecticut. We've even been in LA, and we go to different churches and sing. And yeah, so I was like, I always wanted to do my own thing. And it's like about that self-care and giving thing. I was pouring out and giving into other people's projects. And not that I'm mad at that. Shout out to Jonathan Mack, but I know what I needed to do. And then in 2017, I came out with a song called No Long Talking. It was a remix to Tory Lanez and Cranium's We Can.
Yes.
And then I came out with a song called Great Escape, a reggae.
Right.
It was just what was available and what I had an idea for, and yeah,
Okay.
I put
So
those out.
let's get into this. Get into the music talk. Let's talk
Mhm.
about your EP, "The Making of Me." What can we
Yeah,
expect from that EP?
you can expect some soul with a touch of my heritage. I am of Jamaican descent, Costa Rican descent, Cherokee. Um, I have American indigenous roots, so um, all of that will be in there, little overtones of that, but mostly soul. That's really where I want to go. Sing. I want to sing more, I want to express that side of me more. I love to rap. I like to toast, you know, I can do it all, but
Yes.
that's where I think I belong for
Okay.
sure.
So I'm gonna
Hmm.
ask you a big question. Big
Hmm.
question. You ready for this
Hmm.
question? Are you
Hmm.
single? And before you answer that question,
Hmm.
just understand I'm going into your single with this question. So go ahead.
Am I single? I'm a Virgo. I don't really like to tell my business.
All right. So, okay. You can leave it there. If you want to leave it as
Actually,
a surprise, you can leave it right there.
yeah, I'm gonna leave it to the people. What y'all think? Am I
All
single or
right.
am I
All
not?
right. Okay. All right. So listen, let's talk let's talk about the single energy, which I love. And before
Mhm.
we even met or anything like that, big shout out to Footy. He sent me this record and I called him right away. I was like, yo, who is this? I'm playing this record every time on the radio. This is my song. I love this record. I love the feel. I love the vibe. Like, let me know what's going on with this record. So big shout out to Footy on that. So
yes, tell
us about the song, the process of making it. Maybe this would help us to let us know if you're single or not. And why did you even say, you know what, I'm gonna pick this? So this is gonna be my first single for my upcoming EP. Like, tell us about the background of this.
Well, energy. Well, first and foremost, I linked with Trackstar. Shout out to Trackstar Music. He is the producer of one of your favorite, dancehall reggae tunes, which is Walking Trophy. And we said we got to link up and get something done. So I went to his studio and he created this beat. And at first I was saying, give me a chance. Give me a chance. And he was like, I don't like that. No, give me a chance. And so he was like, I'm hearing energy. So I said, okay, I'm gonna work with it. Your energy, So, yeah. And that's how it came about. And yeah, I mean, the words just flow. It wasn't anything in particular. I don't think. Maybe from my subconscious mind. Sorry about that. Maybe from my subconscious mind. Yeah. But on the surface, I don't know. The words flowed.
And I got a lot of energy coming from you since you started this interview, and you've used the word energy a lot too. So I think this was the right way and the right single to even go with. So before we leave, though, you know what I'm going to ask you for? I need a little acapella of that energy.
Me.
I'm almost putting people on the spot. I know.
No, it's okay. It's all right. I have a voice though that like needs breaking before I sing high notes. Like I gotta warm up, but I'm gonna try.
Real singers understand.
Right. I'm so sorry about the background. People want to chop up their grass right now.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. So energy. Your energy. Your energy. I really don't like fight. Who really cares who's right? No, your energy. I try to explain myself to you. You never listen long enough for me to. The conversation's overdue. Let's talk in the park, long walk like I'm Jill Scott. Cause I don't know what you're used to. But me and them girl, we are gonna use you. I mean, I know a witch, but I is abuse you. But me, I tell you, say your energy, I lose, boo. Energy. Make sure you go stream that now.
There you have it, Jahnya, the Exeqtive Suite. Listen, we was about to leave, right?
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to Bartenura 𝓲𝓾
Yes.
Somebody's birthday this week, isn't it? Somebody's
birthday. Yes.
So how about we do this live? How about we pop this bottle of champagne and take a toast to life live?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Let's do it the right way. Let's do this the right way. You know what I'm saying?
And DJ Exeqtive, thank you.
Thank you.
Sending it through.
No problem. Let's get this going.
Okay, so.
Yep, you spill that around. Yeah, you got it. I know you popped a few bottles your party days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. And I love me a good wine. I love Bartenura is actually my favorite. The blue bottle.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's actually my favorite.
Watch when you taste this. You're gonna be like, yo, Exec, we gotta make that call. You know what I'm saying? All right, okay. So you got your okay. When you get that, we're gonna pop same time, all right?
Okay, let's hope
hopefully we don't and hopefully we don't destroy my computer and your phone, you know what I'm saying? So
they say that you're supposed to actually hold it down and then turn it to the side.
Yeah, so that's how we're gonna do it. You ready?
Ready.
2, 3. Ooh. Oh.
Did we really do it at the same time?
Yes, and I made a mess. But it's all right. Blessings
is flowing like a river. It's overflowing. Let me see. Pour. Ooh, got my little tiny cup.
Pour and get that little pour in,
Mm-hmm. Ready to take a sip? You took your sip before me?
Nah, I ain't take my
Oh.
sip.
All
So
right,
life,
cheers
blessings,
to life.
success, and energy.
Amen.
Real talk.
That's right. Okay.
Told you. I told you.
See, we're
I
gonna have a
told you.
problem.
I told you. That type of night.